Hello, I'm Alexis and welcome to Mellow School, where you're going to learn how to use your Mellow better. And on this first episode, you're going to learn how to mount your Mellow drive onto any skateboard. So this first topic we're touching on this week is the freedom that you have with a Mellow board, which is that you can really choose almost any deck to put your Mellow drive on. Now let's break down the specifics of different kind of boards. One thing to note is some boards give you multiple mount configurations, some give you just one. If you have multiple options, you're affecting the wheelbase of your board. A larger wheelbase, meaning wider wheels, is going to give you a more stable ride, and if you bring it into a tighter, you're going to have sharper turns. Some of the options and some of the boards lots of people ask about are, for example, a FLEXY drop-through board like this, or a big stiff downhill bomber like this, sidewalk surfing city cruiser like this, or even one of these little teeny-weeny plastic thingies people are riding these days. Let's grab this first board. This is the downhill bomber from our friends at Buddy Buddy on the model called the HT. This is the board that has the multiple truck option configuration. It's a pretty long board already, so we are going to go for the tighter wheelbase, meaning the smaller one where the trucks are closer together, because we want to keep some freedom of tight turns. And so first of all, you are going to need to have some essential tools when you are mounting your Mellow board. SKATETOOL is always good. You got your screws and bolts, screwdriver or a power drill if you have, and riser options may be necessary. Okay, so let's go. Screw here, going for that setup with a nice small wheelbase, maintain some swerve, a little bit of curve. So it's a bit at first, can be a bit tough, but with time you'll get much quicker. Alright, now you got the 4 screws in. Now you're going to want to kind of put your hand behind the board, tip it over, make sure the screws don't fall out. Line up your drive. Okay, so keep your hand on the back. You want to manually initialize the screwing in of the bolts before you grab your tools. The first bolts you're going to want to tighten down are the back ones that are closest to the drive on the inside. They're a bit tricky to get to, but there's a special little secret with the Mellow drive that lets you tighten it quite easily without using a tool. The inside of the drive has actually a notched part that holds the nut for you and acts like a wrench or a skate tool. So you're just going to want to push that down so it slips in right there. Push it into this little notch, and then you want to grab your screwdriver. Maintain a bit of pressure on it with your finger while you screw in from the back. Okay, now let's tighten the back screws. And remember guys, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Alright, there we go. That drive is mounted. This board is ready to roll. Okay, let's grab another board. One that a lot of people are asking for. Drop-throughs. Is this board mountable to the Mellow drive? The answer is of course. Let's see why. Because right here, you have a classic 4-hole mount. One thing to note about when you're mounting your board, you have to notice the shape of the board. If it's a flat board, you're good to go. Slap the Mellow drive on. If it has a bit of a body, a bit of a curve like this board, you need to compensate with the riser. As you saw for the last board, we didn't put a riser on it because it was a flat board. This has this curved shape right here, and you will compensate it with this angled riser that you will actually mount in between your board and your drive. Alright, that board is mounted. Check out that sweet angle onto it. It gives you a bit of a spoiler action. Alright, next deck. This one is my personal favorite as it resembles mostly to the smaller skateboards that I'm used to, and I travel a lot so it gets on the plane nice and easily. This is a flat deck. Check that body. No curvature, or not enough to worry about one of these risers, so we're not going to need that. So this is going to be like all the other mounts. Just put the inside drives in first, tighten them down, screw the rest, and you're good. Alright, this board is ready to cruise. And now for the board that everyone keeps asking about, and we'll just have to show you. A plastic teeny-weeny cruiser, also known as a penny, nickel, or your sister's skateboard. So, if this is the board you're going to mount, let's show you how to do it. It rides with a flat deck, so it doesn't need a riser pad. And basically the 4 screws like before, always tightening the first inside ones before the outside ones. There you go, boys and girls. Death on wheels. Not just kidding. You can actually mount this board if you really want to, and it's the only board you have. Just take note that this board is very narrow compared to the width of the wheelbase. So your effective edge for turning is going to be quite inefficient. But you also will want to update the front wheel so it matches the rear wheels. Maybe add a riser so it has the same height of the drive. Good luck. So I hope you enjoyed that and understood a bit better how to mount your drive to your board when you get it. And we're really curious to know what boards you're thinking about mounting your drive to. So put a little link in the bottom or send us a model size in the comments and let us know what you're thinking. If we really like the boards you're going to mount your drive to, you can win yourself a pair of these sweet NIFA Mellow custom glasses. So there you go. Get in the comments. Let us see what you're thinking, and these could be yours. Thanks a lot. Keep riding. Stay mellow. Till next time, stay in school.
You know you want these sunglasses.